Hello everyone, welcome back to a special episode of Just Friends with Abdullah. I am making my first official kind of vacation video. It's been a while since I posted my interviews on YouTube and a couple of weeks. The reason has been I've been on vacation. I've been traveling for the last approximately for the last 3 weeks. Okay. And I have been exploring a few places in Europe. We have over here. So I've been exploring a few places in Europe for the last couple of weeks, and I was like, why not make a video to talk about a few things actually? And I think this will be a very good piece of content for you guys. I have a lot to say. I think for starters, I'm in a place called Puglia, which is the south of Italy. As you can see, I got a beautiful tan, sunburn, whatever you want to call it. I have an unbelievable view behind me that I'm going to show you now in a bit. I'm here in an area called Ostini in the south of Italy. Let's look at it together from the back. Unbelievable view. Okay, I think let's have a seat and chat about this. Okay, so the reason I wanted to make this video was because for me, I feel like, and I've talked about this on my channel before, traveling alone, and I'm here in Puglia alone, is one of the most liberating experiences in the world. By the way, I hope the wind is not kind of ruining my sound. But honestly, just traveling alone and exploring the world is one of the best feelings. And I know a lot of people have hesitations, and maybe you guys have a lot of hesitations about traveling alone, about taking that step, right? Whether it's safety reasons, whether it is for financial, or even boredom, right? Like you're somebody who feels like, I'm not gonna have fun if I travel alone. I think traveling alone allows you to discover new sides of yourself. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I think it develops this personality trait within you to be fearless and solve any problem that you face, take on any issues that you might foresee or possibly face in life. And I think one of the biggest factors is just seeing the world, and kind of understanding how people really operate. We have some guests over here. How people operate from a different perspective, and how you could really, understand yourself, and how the world views you as a person. This helps in many ways, because what it does is that it tells you exactly what are your limits, what are your weaknesses, and what are your strengths. And I've always said this on my channel. Let's move quickly. I've always said this on my channel, that you're not going to be able to truly understand who you are as a person unless you are, I think, facing different challenges. And these challenges present themselves in many different ways, right? And one of them is dealing with people from different cultures and talking different languages, and just learning who you are. Obviously, the channel is, don't forget, my channel is all about kind of like getting people to know each other more, the perspectives, the different struggles, understanding that you're not alone, right? And me, once upon a time, I always had this fear about traveling alone because of misconceptions, because of whatever that may be, right? And slowly but surely, after going to different places and understanding that this is all just I guess an internal fear of doing things without anyone's help, or even being judged, and and that's possible because many people could judge you by like, why do you travel alone? Why do you not have friends with you? And I think that should be the liberating point. That should be the point of why you should be seeking this. But aside from traveling alone, right? Why did I want to do this video? I think it's my first time doing some sort of travel vlogging style, and this is not my intention. I'm not trying to document my journey. I usually like to travel and do my thing and not really talk too much about it. But I think when it comes to just understanding your journey and what you're gonna do, sometimes when you just look at the world, man, you're just grateful to God. You're grateful to God that He created this beautiful planet. He created so many beautiful people and beautiful souls out there, and has asked you, if you have the means, explore my world, explore the world I created. Be grateful. Understand that these opportunities don't come to everybody, right? Understand that you are somebody who is, truly lucky because you're able to see all of this. You're able to truly understand, what has been my blessings on the world, and you become even more grateful. You just understand that you're just part of this, universe, and understand why God maybe created you here and what is your role, I guess. So, being grateful, being thankful, I guess this is one of the things that this beautiful day taught me as a person as well. And more importantly, man, like I'm gonna be coming in with a lot of ideas, a lot of shows. As you can see, my forehead is shining bright. Whatever you want to call this color. Black, purple, green, yellow, who the hell knows, but it's something. Hope the sun isn't really ruining anything. Yeah, but what I'm gonna say is sometimes you have to overcome your challenges. I also want to shout out some people, right? And I think it's kind of hard to put into words because before coming here, I was in Poland for like a small festival that I attended, and before that I was in and after that I was in Greece. And I want to shout out the people, man, who have good souls, good hearts, man. People who are positive, people who are showing the love, showing the support in general about other people. And when I see all those beautiful faces and souls, it makes me understand why I started the channel. Other than just bringing on people and having conversations and interviews, it's really about just loving one another, man. And just improving our communication, improving how we talk to each other, improving our style, and improving what we say, what we do to each other. And never forgetting that we all speak the same language, but maybe in different ways of communication, I guess. And I think we need to all make that effort. Some people will tell you, I don't give a fuck, I need to live my life. I don't give a shit, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for people to explain what I think. And yeah, man, I think that's your choice. I think that's your right. You don't have time, you shouldn't. But then, if you're not able to reach people, if you're not able to have empathy, if you're not able to be sympathetic, if you're not able to understand, and if you're not able to cultivate real relationships, fulfilling relationships that last a lifetime, then don't blame but yourself, right? Do not blame but yourself. And I guess that's the way to go, right? So I'll be here for another, let's say 2 weeks. Maybe I'll make another video. I don't know. I'll have to see what I'll talk about on the fly, if there's anything interesting. Oh, I think, yeah, one more thing I wanted to add. Man, I don't know what to say, but I feel like this trip has taught me to be a little bit more forceful with the things that I want. And I think more, I've always been transparent, but I've always kind of like been, transparent, but within certain rules, within certain limits, and maybe not trying to be hurtful, maybe not trying to be, conscious of my words, what I'm gonna say. But I'm not saying that I'm trying to hurt people or whatever it is now. But I think what I'm trying to say is I think this trip has taught me to be a little bit more intentional. Intentional with my purpose, intentional with my moves, intentional with the people that I want to talk to, intentional with the relationships I want to build, and seek them well. Like sometimes I'm a bit, I get distracted a lot because there's a lot of things happening in my life. But I feel like now I'm trying to value more what are the things that I would like to do, and starting from this trip, hopefully after this trip, I'll be a lot more intentional and more transparent, and I'll just say how I feel, and I'll work towards what I do. I want to keep my word. I mean, I do keep my word, but I want to keep it really to the people that matter to me, and I want to really step up. Step up emotionally, mentally, financially, physically. Recently I've been really going at it in the gym, working my ass off, and I think that's been incredible. I think that's been super good. But yeah, a lot more of that stuff, I think. And hopefully we see some shade. Now you guys can see me clearly. Hopefully we are in a better place. Hopefully. Yeah. I'll see you soon. Maybe I'll make another video a couple of days after this, just talking about some lessons that I've learned throughout this trip. I think deep dive into that. Maybe give you some heads up about the guests I want to bring in on my show as well. I want to continue the trend of bringing people that are just authentic. They share their peace, their struggles, whatever the comfort level that they're willing to share. And man, don't forget to appreciate life and thank God every day. I'm a Muslim. I say Alhamdulillah, and I thank God every day. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to have a good family. I'm blessed to do these things, man. Just be good to people. Be honest. Do your thing. Don't lie. Don't hide. It's okay to be a bit confrontational and face the music, as they say. Or you don't have to, but I think you should. All right, as the Italians say, until another video, ciao. See you soon. And tune into my show.